It's alleged that Nook, armed with a handgun, took a 32-year-old man's Chevy Malibu at gunpoint.
Like, why are you still in Chevy Malibu?
Later, Nook arrived at a gas station in the 8300 block of South Park Grove, driving the man's Chevy Malibu.
It's only a few of them.
Nook allegedly got out of the stolen car, opened the door to another man's Kia Optima, and forced him into the passenger seat at gunpoint. The 35-year-old victim was forced to transfer money from his bank account, remove some of his clothes, and then get out of the car.
And did 2 carjackings in 20 minutes. That is a crash out. How the f did you blow all of them millions of dollars and now you outside carjacking people? Plus, come on, man. What that Moolah gang? Why they say PGF Nook just got locked up for a goddamn double carjacking by the feds? What is going on, folks? What the f is going on, shorty? We finna figure it out. Make sure y'all tap into my brand new YouTube channel. Make sure y'all also tap into my YouTube mentorship, because I'm gonna me myself for a $45 one-time payment. I'm gonna teach you how I make these millions off YouTube. I'm talking about the real sauce. I'm talking about the sauce. So stop playing, man. Tap in, link in the description if you want to come get rich on YouTube just like me.
We're gonna be speaking on PGF Nook being indicted by the feds in
Crash
Chicago
out, crash out, Nook.
Back-to-back carjackings.
Crash out, Nook.
Took place in less than 30 minutes.
God damn.
PGF Nook, one of Chicago's rising drillers, may have just ended his own career. The man behind the mask,
crash out,
identified as 22-year-old Virgil Gibson,
his name
has
Virgil.
now been officially indicted by the feds. It's been 2 years since Nook dropped his hit song, gaining over 100 million views and instant stardom in his city.
Stupid.
With a co-sign from Lil Durk to being brought on stage by Polo G, Nook seemed like he could possibly be next up from the rack, but it seems
be crash outs though, gang.
Along with his views going down, would seemingly lead the rapper to crashing out. Back in August of 2023,
switch. What the f you got a switch on his Glock for?
With a switch was found on the floorboard of the car he was driving.
Why do you have a switch on your Glock? I don't understand that.
PGD Duck.
PGD Duck.
Right here.
PGD Duck.
I don't know who you talking about.
Right here, he's saying.
News article. Police stopped the vehicle because the plate on the car had been flagged for impound after previously eluding police. Meaning Nook was caught riding in a getaway vehicle.
Oh.
According to the news report,
so Nook was in a getaway.
The riding passenger with Nook told police it was Nook's gun.
Oh, and he snitched on him.
Told the police it belonged to the passenger.
So y'all both snitched. See, y'all be talking all this snitch this, snitch that, snitch this. That's snitching, bro. I don't get no what you talking about, shorty. Like, we all gangster, all tough until it get down to the wire, shorty. So you get pulled over with that switch. So you looking at 10 years for this gun. Now he snitch on you, so you snitch on him. Like, bro, that's
obviously the gun belonged to one of them, but neither one of them wanted to take the charge.
All y'all had to do was be quiet. That's all y'all had to do. If y'all both in the front seat, throw the gun in the trunk, throw the gun in the back seat, right in the middle. Don't say nothing, and they can't charge y'all with both of them. The gun was not found on neither one of y'all. They can't charge y'all with possession. Period.
They told on each other to
it was his. It was his.
Nook would be arrested, later freed on pretrial release.
Man.
8 months later, arrested for double carjacking.
Stupid crash out Nook.
On April 7, 2024, federal prosecutors alleged Nook carjacked 2 people within 30 minutes.
Now let me tell you just logically thinking. This easily made millions of dollars. Easily. There's no way in hell he got 100 million views on a viral song with Polo G. There's no way in hell that he did not get offered millions of dollars from his label. Period. He was doing shows. He had more songs. He was doing features. He was doing clubs. He was doing shows. He was doing it all. Promo on Instagram, all that. So now that you out here carjacking people, you did it back to back in 30 minutes. That means you came outside to carjack. You came outside to be like, I'm finna get down on somebody because I need some money. You a crash out, bro. That means you blew all your millions on some goofy, crazy shit because you're a crash out, bro. You don't have to know everything about finances to know one simple thing. I cannot spend all my money. How smart do you have to be to know that?
The first
Not that
attack
smart.
was on the south side of Chicago at a gas station in the 5900 block of South Morgan
At the
Street
Golo.
in Inglewood. It's alleged that Nook, armed with a handgun, took a 32-year-old man's Chevy Malibu at gunpoint.
Like, why are you still in
30
Chevy
minutes
Malibu?
later, Nook arrived at a gas station in the
Falcon
8300
Fuel.
block of South
Oh,
Carter
that's it.
Grove,
Yep.
driving the man's Chevy Malibu.
It's only a few of them.
Nook allegedly got out of the stolen car, opened the door to another man's Kia Optima, and forced him into the passenger seat at gunpoint. The 35-year-old victim was forced to transfer money from his bank account, remove some of his clothes, and then get out of the car.
Never. Pause. Listen, I have a mentorship called the Moolah Membership where I'm going to teach you how to get rich with business, YouTube, crypto, stocks, financial literacy, credit, every single way. Now, I became a millionaire by the time I was 23 years old. I'm going to teach you step by step for only $50. Click the first link in the description right now and get added to my group chat where I'm going to give you one-on-one help to make sure you get rich in 2024. Click it right now. Stop tweaking because we got very limited spots and I don't want you to miss this bag. So this PGF Nook carjacked somebody from one gas station, drove more down the south side in Chicago, seen another nigga, put a gun in his face and made him Zelle himself some money, transfer some money from a bank, made him take his clothes off, basically robbed him from everything, and then took his car and did 2 carjackings in 20 minutes. That is a crash out. How the did you blow all of them millions of dollars and now you outside carjacking people? Come on, man.
Covert Chicago police later spotted the hijacked Kia in the 1600 block of West 55th Street, while PGF Nook was found hiding in the janitor's closet nearby a phone store.
The hell are you doing?
He'd be found wearing the same clothes as the hijacker that would later be seen on surveillance video.
Stupid.
Nook would be charged with 2 counts of vehicular hijacking with a firearm,
2 counts of crash out,
kidnapping, and aggravated unlawful restraint.
And that is kidnapping. If you get in a car and you make somebody move, if you get in a car, put a gun in somebody's face and say get in the other seat, that's kidnapping, bro. You just forced a grown man to move against his will while threatening his life. That's kidnapping, bro.
But the biggest blow would be when the feds announced the indictment.
Woo!
On Tuesday, July 16th, a federal grand jury indicted Nook on 2 counts of carjacking, 3 counts of brandishing a firearm during a crime of violence, and 1 count of robbery and kidnapping. The charges in the indictment carry a maximum sentence of life in federal prison.
I'm gonna say, the feds to get your
As
life,
everyone
boy.
pretty much knows, when the feds become involved,
it's over.
It isn't a matter of if you're going to prison,
you just win,
but how long you're going for.
Yep.
Let's not forget that at the time of the broad day carjackings, Nook was still on pre-trial release for his state gun case when he was caught with a switch.
So it's over.
At this time,
and you don't think the feds will probably pick the switch case up too, just because it's a switch?
He hasn't been federally charged with the switch, even though his charges would appear to state 3 counts of violent crime / drugs / machine guns. Within the indictment, it clarifies he has 3 counts of brandishing the weapon during a crime of violence.
Right.
PGF Nook is currently being held in the Cook County Jail within the infamous Division 9.
Oh no, he in Division 9? You don't think his ops in there, boy? See, that's one thing about Chicago too. Like, why the f you still? First, why are you still in Chicago? Like, let me tell y'all some real shit, gang. Niggas be doing all this and all that and trying to make it sound good, bro. I don't give a how much money you got, bro. Let me show you something real quick. This is for all the young niggas, shorty. This jersey right here was $100. These pants was $100, nigga. I got a $100 pair, $200 pair of purple Jordan 1s, purple and white Jordan 1s that I wear, shorty. This neck was a Future. This wrist was $20,000-$30,000. I can go trade all this in and get 100 racks right now. I got a $100,000 watch that I can go trade in and get my money back right now, today. Plain Jane, rose gold. You get what I'm saying? Don't get no money and be out here doing all this flip-flop shit. You taking all your homies to Dubai and you coming back and going to Canada and then you blowing more money on this. You sending your mama $300,000. Like, gang, you gonna go broke. And then when you go broke, you don't know what else to do. Your career is over. Nobody checking for PGF Nook no more. Like, you gotta be slow. It don't take a genius to know, like, I'm a rapper. One day these songs ain't gonna be popping no more. Let me get my money and at least save this shit. Let me invest it, save it, figure out what else to do. You around all these rappers. You around Polo G. You around Herb. You around all Lil Baby. You around all these at these shows. Ask them, hey bro, what you do? What should I do? Now I got a few million. What should I do to make sure I don't go broke? They gonna tell you. But this right here, gang, just how you learn how to tote a gun, just how you learn how to roll a blunt, just how you learn how to rob a nigga, just like you learn how to do all that, you gotta learn how to get some money, bro, like easy. But be so in that crash out mindset. Oh, I gotta be a real street nigga. I gotta stay in Chicago. I can't leave. I gotta stay out here. I gotta keep a gun on me. I gotta be like that. Like, come on, bro.
This would be home to the max custody inmates with the most violent cases in Chicago.
Division 9, that's no
Nook's
joke.
Instagram would be flooded with comments about him being a crash dummy.
He is a crash dummy.
And ruining whatever was left of his career.
Crash dummy. Easy.
It's hard to imagine this playing out in any way other than bad, as the amount of evidence is overwhelming.
He gonna do at least 10 years.
Not only were the crimes captured on video, he was arrested wearing the same clothes as the person committing the crimes on video.
Man, did he get arrested in the car that he just stole? It's over. He's doing at least 10 years.
He was arrested nearby one of the stolen vehicles, and he had one of the victims wire him money to an account.
Stupid ass. Are you dumb?
His own account. Because if he's desperate enough to carjack in broad daylight, he might be dumb enough to send money to himself.
Stupid.
Legal documents would state Nook does have a lawyer, but what's the point with all this shit that's against you?
There is no point.
All she's doing is overseeing the plea deal he's about to take.
She's getting free money.
Because trial would end with a life sentence, and Nook really has nothing to bargain with. Meaning whatever the feds offer him is most likely what he's gonna have to take.
Yeah.
At 22 years young,
22 years young, it's over.
Won't be seen again until he's well into his 30s.
Easily.
It's highly unlikely he'll be let out on pretrial release.
Hell no.
Knowing he's still pending a gun case in the state's courts.
It's over with. You already got that chance.
This is the hottest part of living the lifestyle. Nook quickly became the biggest name in his circle.
Easily.
Money started coming in.
Yep.
Shows were getting booked.
Yep.
Interviews were being done.
Yep.
Nook saw the rise, but he couldn't predict the fall. I mean, he had so many switches in his first video that they weren't even as impressive in the next 20 songs.
Right.
He was left in the shadow of his only hit. His fan base would slowly turn, and now he's left to see who around him was actually rocking with him.
And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Imagine you got your first, all you need is one hit. One hit can change your life. It's plenty of people in the industry who got one song, one hit, and if you fast forward 20, 30 years, they still living in mansions, they got real estate, they got companies, they got businesses, they got stocks, they got crypto, they got this, they got investments, they got so much shit, they still millionaires. That one hit could have changed his entire life. All he had to do was buy a house, buy a car or two. You get you two little vehicles, you know, get you an SUV, get you something a little low and fast. Don't fuck no gray. You don't need 7, 8, 9, 10 cars, shorty. Get you 2 whips, get you a nice crib, and chill out. Make your investments, rap, get your money. When that shit up, do something else. That's another reason why I be telling niggas, y'all better get on that YouTube mentorship, because I'm teaching y'all. This YouTube is always going to outlast a rapper any day. Any day, I promise you.
Nook can be seen with his mom, who's clearly an OG GD or an OG
Mama's a
gangster
goofy
disciple.
Mama's a goofy
the
too.
Son of a gangster.
Grown as hell, 40, 50 years old, still throwing up GD. Like, get your lame ass on. Then wonder why your son a crash out.
Nook would describe in an interview how his own mom shot back at his ops after his house was shot up.
It was a point where my mama had to shoot. You feel me? Like, I want that type. I never be at the crib, but they'll come to my crib, try to shoot the house up. Tell them mama had to start shooting, like, that's to defend her crib type shit. Like, that's type shit made me go harder in the streets.
Some could say Nook was doomed from the start, being raised into the gang-banging world of Chicago.
That does not make sense.
While others could say he had a head start in the streets. Being that he's young and hasn't been to prison, his next move will have to be his best. One of the biggest mistakes for first-time or younger inmates is to not accept a plea deal.
Yeah.
While it sounds easy, actually living through the experience of signing your name on a piece of paper,
I can only imagine,
knowing you're signing away years of your life to be spent in prison,
I can only imagine.
it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But not signing results in trial and a harsher punishment.
When they get bad,
Meaning Nook could be off for 10 years, deny it, be found guilty at trial,
get 30,
and sentenced to life because in his mind,
he
hoped his lawyer could find him a way home.
That's what Tory Lanez did, I think. I think Tory Lanez could have took a plea deal, but he ended up getting 10 years, shorty.
90% of federal cases ending in a plea deal, it can be expected within the next 6 to 12 months. Nook will sign his fate.
He better.
And the case will end.
That's the part
We'll just
about
have to wait and see how it plays out.
Now, what money did
No,
what money did you get? Like, I would, if the feds busted him for a $10 million drug operation, I promise you, I would have been like, damn, they caught him. They caught you toting switches and robbing and carjacking people. What are you doing? What money did you think you was finna get from that? What are you doing? At least if you had a $10 million drug operation, you could have $5 million cash somewhere, put it up in the safe. Your mama could be decent. You could do your 20 years. You could be decent. You see Rollo, he out. This did 6 years. He out popping it. It's a lot of that go to prison for 6 years right now if you promise them $30 million when they get out. Period. A lot of take that. And a lot of shit. When I was 16, I probably would have did 6 years in that motherfucker for 10 million? 10 million? You talking about 8 numbers? Shit.
Been a lot. When What Up dropped, that was my shit. I'm playing it constantly.
For sure.
In my humble opinion, he never dropped another
song that was like that.
That competed with that.
Right. Not even close.
So it's like I said, it seemed his career was kind of riding on that one song.
But that's okay.
And it's such a drill song, it didn't really go mainstream.
It go
You know what I
mainstream,
mean? It was in the clubs and all that, but
right.
Somebody play that in the club and then there's a shootout outside. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's not something they could really push like that.
Right.
And unfortunately,
100 million views.
When you have people that's in the streets or come from the streets, like I feel like one of the hottest things wouldn't be being broke, it would be getting
rich,
a glimpse of a better life,
and then coming down,
and then having it snatched.
That shit's scary, bro.
Whether you made X amount of money and went back broke, whether you moved out the hood but had to move back.
Yeah,
he
crazy.
was really traveling around, going out here, going out there, doing shows. He hit Miami, he hit LA, most likely hit New York.
Mm-hmm.
He's making his moves. He's thinking he's gonna be the next big rapper out of Chicago, and
it ain't like that,
over the next 2 years didn't work out. Back in Chicago, getting caught up in the bullshit.
Last thing he should have did was go back to the rap.
I
don't know why he did that.
On a solo mission. They're not saying they were looking for any co-defendant or nothing.
It was
this
just
is something
him.
that he was just like,
I'm finna go.
I'm gonna go do this. You
right.
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There was alleged he got robbed by his own friends, whatever, how that goes.
Probably did.
I guess people were turning on him.
Probably was.
He got desperate. And broad day, allegedly decided to carjack 2 different people. But I don't even know why he took the first one just to drive to
the other one and rob somebody else.
Take another one. And then, hey, bitch, what up? Cash at me the money. What the It was just such a careless move.
Funny as hell.
And you can look at it like he threw away his career. You can look at it like his career already died. And a lot of people, when they get desperate, when they can't handle the responsibilities and the pressure of society, they act on impulse. They do something dumb.
But I'm saying, why you couldn't do something dumb at nighttime though? Like, why you can't? Like, what the you doing it at 2 o'clock in the middle of the day? The sun out, everybody see you. You on camera. Like, hey, you all. Come on, man.
Well, now they have to wait and see how many years they're gonna be kept from society. This is something I've seen a lot. There's a lot of people that are locked up that are scared to go home because they know about the pressure, the responsibility.
Yeah.
It's easier for a mother to wake up in jail or in prison.
They ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Eating the food that they give you and just living off the land and then you get taken care of.
Right.
So it's like, unfortunately for him being 22 years old, I don't know what type of role models he had. His mother was gang banging. She's with the shit. She's holding up guns and everything else.
Right.
He might have been doomed from the start, or like I said, if he wants to live that life, he had a head start. But this is the situation that got him in.
He was doomed from the start, though.
The younger ones, clearly, y'all pay attention to this.
Yeah.
You could have a hit song, and before you know it, you're fighting for your life. Everybody that was there partying with you and spending money with you and popping bottles with you,
they're
not in the courtroom with you.
They're not in that courtroom, boy. I'm telling you.
They're not in chains with you.
I promise you.
They're not in the cell with you.
They ain't gonna go to the casket with you, boy.
It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Be breezy! That's the definition of a crash out. That's what y'all do not need to beef. On them grade.